For those that, if you don't know, we're trying to sell our old house and has a legitimate, actually legitimate real estate agent schedule a showing. And he went there yesterday and he just never left. He didn't just not leave. Just to like clarify, our house doesn't have any. The house is completely empty. So like, there's nothing. Like, he just went to this empty house and was like, "Yeah, this looks right." And apparently went and got a bunch of like stuff, and he just started moving into our house. There was chairs. He put a bed together on the first floor. His golf clubs were there. Of all the things he thought was like, I gotta make sure I have stuff. This is what I need in this house I'm gonna take over. He parked his car on our front lawn and just thought, you know, that's not suspicious. I'm just gonna park my car here. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how that, like, I don't even, where do you start with, like, the SWAT instance? We are discussing the SWAT incident. So our neighbor texted us this morning that some guy was in our house. He took down Kathleen's, my wife's, so she's a real estate agent, and this guy took down her sign that she was selling the house, which you can't do that. That's illegal. The only reason our neighbor got suspicious, the car was on the front yard, and he was kind of like, that's kind of weird. But the guy had put his real estate sign, like, and our neighbor was just like, well, I don't want the sign here. So he literally just like, he was taking it and moving it so it was in our yard. And the guy occupying our house comes out and yells at him, like, what are you doing? Don't touch my sign. You can't touch my sign. And our neighbor's just like, what are you talking about? Like, what is going on? You're not selling my house. And then the guy apparently claimed to own both houses, telling one of the actual owners that he owned his house. It's just like, wow, that's dumb. And so our neighbor still is like, whatever. It's like, I have to go to work. And so he leaves. And yeah, he's like, I'm a federal agent. Like, told him, he's like, call the cops. I'm a federal agent. They'll see I have the deed to the house. Like, I guess thinking that that the guy we would just all be like, yeah, you know, maybe he must be right. And so our neighbor just kind of was leaving, and as he's leaving, the guy apparently waved a pistol at our neighbor as he's driving away, saying like, "What? Like, you better watch out. Obviously, it's a threat." And so he told us that he had some idea what he was doing, but he's also insane. So he was doing, like, there was some very stupid stuff happening here. Call the non-emergency line, and then Kathleen heads down there, and our neighbor goes back to the house to like meet up with the policemen that were gonna show up, and just I don't know. I think we're all just assuming this is gonna be this thing where the police show up and the guy's gonna like surrender, and that's gonna be it or whatever. Not the case. He's boarded himself in this house. The police say they hear him loading his gun, so they got the SWAT team to come, and like the legit SWAT team. And we just like watched this all go down. This whole scenario of them like planning how to get around our house. Are they gonna go in from up top? Figure out how to get this guy to come out. So we were there. We were outside. It was a little. I mean, did they need to have as many SWAT guys there? Probably not. But I mean, you got a guy. You don't. It's like they don't know how many weapons he has. Like, none of us knew what he was doing. Like, all they knew, we knew of one gun, and they found like he had a lot of bullets. So what happened was the SWAT team decided, since he wasn't answering his phone, there's no real way to negotiate with him. What they were going to do was they were going to break two windows. They're going to break the back window and a front window. One as a distraction, and one to like get people into the house, and hopefully the short story, they arrested him. They're like, usually when they break the windows, it scares them and they usually give up. And so immediately upon breaking the windows, the guy gave himself up. They arrested him. He's in jail for now. We'll see. There are lots of different scenarios going through our heads here of like, hey, what's about to happen with our house? Yeah, and the other crazy thing, like any sort of technology that was still in the house, he just started ripping it out of the walls and throwing it outside. He took our security system, ripped it out of the wall, threw it outside. He took our Nest. He took the freaking thermostat, threw it outside. We left he wasn't messing around. It's actually not that bad. Thankfully, he didn't do anything like there's like, I guess there's like horror stories of people that when they squat in like empty homes, like, you know, you think you're walking into a. He was ready to live there. He was all set. Like he was moved in. He was all good. Now my new brand's gonna be SWAT Boy Coop. I'm gonna lean into this whole SWAT team thing. You know, get some gun emojis. Go with the like shields, like an AR-15 or something. Like just have like, I'll get rid of the hats. I'll just have some weird SWAT stuff in the background. I'll like get some dark shades and just wear a police hat all the time or something like that. But you know, you gotta do it for the brand. You gotta sell out. Get people to pay attention to me. Yeah, I would think there's probably there's no streamers in full riot gear. SWAT Boy Coop. You guys watch that streamer, SWAT Boy Coop? He's in full riot gear the whole time. He pepper sprayed himself. He hatches eggs. It's pretty cool. And it doesn't even have to involve me. I can just I can just put a movie on, have it on loop for 10 hours, and that'll just get me viewers. Just have to press play and I can go do other stuff. Like, I get it. Like, I get the whole, like, being excited when you get it, because, like, it's a rare thing, but sometimes people just go way over the top. Start throwing hats. I'm not going to start throwing hats. Done today. It'd be cool if we could get this one and start a new one, because I'm tired of hatching eggs. I haven't gotten full odds yet, so I'm acting like this is a huge issue. It's really not. We're not even close to complaining to the part where I can start complaining. Yeah, again, how'd everyone's weekend go? Anyone do anything fun? How'd your specific sports teams do? Got any baseball fans that actually care about the Rays or Dodgers? I personally am upset that the Dodgers won. I don't like the Dodgers. I don't like it when they succeed. Even though I'm a Cardinals fan, I'm a Cardinals fan and a Rockies fan, so I just don't like it when the Dodgers do well. I'm really hoping the Rays win just on sheer fact that I don't want the Dodgers to win. That's really loud. I'm going too far, and it was just this rant. It's so dumb. So you know what the coach was trying to do? He wanted to. Yeah. I mean, they didn't trade him for a pack of smokes. They traded him for David Johnson, who was one of the top running backs in the league, but he's clearly not. Trading away DeAndre Hopkins for that still was not the right move. But I wouldn't say it was trading it for a pack of smokes and a beer. That being said, don't trade one of the top 3 wide receivers in the league. It's definitely cheap. It was not like you need to be getting you need to be getting a couple first round picks, second and third round picks when you're trading away your top receiver who's top 3 in the league. Absolutely. It's also not something it's like telling your star quarterback, hey, we're going to trade like that guy that you really like to throw it to who makes things a lot easier for you. We're going to get rid of him. But we're going to give you a running back who might be healthy. Can't imagine that makes Watson very happy. So they're gonna have to bring in a coach that really makes Watson happy and makes them a lot better, or else I can't imagine Watson stays, because that was a big That was a risky move, and it did not pay off. It hasn't paid off. I got it! Yo! Oh! We got the shiny! That's awesome. Here's the part where we have to figure out now. Did I get the hidden ability Libero? Libero? I think it's Libero. So if I got the hidden, because its hidden ability is really good, and I really need it. That's 2. Blaze. I really don't want it to be Blaze. 3 Liberos. Oh god. Last one. Libero! Clutch. So clutch. That was awesome. Check him out. Look at this guy. This slightly different orange guy. That makes a huge difference. That was the fun part. Now we get to decide who to hunt for next.